Okay. Good morning, everybody. We are going to do our morning meeting. We're going to do our greeting, our share, our activity, our message, and our calendar, just like we did yesterday. And then we'll talk about our announcements at the very end. So let's get started with our greeting. Today's greeting is going to be our name card greeting. Eileen, are you raising your hand?
No.
Okay, sorry. So let's get started by greeting our friends. I'm going to hold up some name cards, and when you see their name, let's greet them and say good morning. Here we go. Good morning, Elliot.
Good morning.
Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Michael.
I should hear everyone greeting their friends with me this morning. Good morning, Paola.
Good morning, Paola. Morning, Paola.
Good morning, Iviana.
Good morning, Iviana.
Good morning, Lena.
Good morning, Lena.
Good morning, Hyundai.
Good morning.
Let's keep going. Good morning, Eileen.
Good morning, Eileen.
Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, Stephen.
And good morning, Hugh.
Good morning.
Okay, we greeted all of our friends, so let's say it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Check.
Well,
And now it is time for us
my
to do our share. For today's share, we are going to think of a question of the day, and we are going to have two choices, and we are going to collect data or information using our tally marks. We used to do this a lot in our classroom, and we haven't done it in a while on morning meeting. So I'm going to ask you a question. We're going to go around and call on everyone who's at morning meeting. You can give me your reason why, and then we will record your tally mark in our chart. And at the end, we'll look at our data and think about what we noticed. So our question for our share today is, would you rather eat pizza or tacos, and why? You might like to eat both pizza and tacos. I like both of them. But for our question today, I want you to choose one of the foods, and I want you to explain why you would eat that food. So you can use the sentence, I would rather eat, and then you can say pizza or tacos because, and give your reasons. And as you are sharing, I'm going to record our information that we collect in our chart. So I'm going to put a tally mark under pizza or tacos, depending on what you say. So you don't have to wave because I'm going to call on everybody. So be thinking about what is your favorite, or which one is the one you want to eat and why. So let's take a look. Hold on 1 second. Let me just make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Okay, so Eileen, what would you rather eat?
I'd rather eat pizza because it's really yummy.
It's really yummy. Okay. Oops, that's not what I want. Here we go. There's one tally mark. Lena, what would you rather eat, pizza or tacos?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I need you to make a decision. I'm going to come back to you in a second, okay? Hyundai, what would you rather eat, pizza or tacos?
Pizza because I like the cheese in it.
So Hyundai wants to eat pizza because he likes the cheese. Let's see who this friend is. Paola. Oh, hold on 1 second, Paola. You're not muted yet. There we go. Why won't it let me unmute you? There we go, Paola. Paola, what would you eat, pizza or tacos?
Pizza
Why?
because I like cheese pizza and it's good.
You like cheese just like Hyundai. Okay, thank you for sharing. Iviana, what would you rather eat, pizza or tacos?
Pizza,
Why?
because I like the cheese too.
Oh, we have a lot of friends who like cheese on their pizza. You can get cheese on your tacos too. When I call in the next friend, make sure you use a complete sentence. So you should be saying, I would rather eat, and then using that sentence to start your answer. Let's see who's ready next. Hyundai. No, I'm sorry, Hugh.
I'd rather eat pizza than tacos because I like stuffed crusting pizza and because there's a song that I like about pizza.
What song do you like?
It's from Cuckoo Kangaroo. They're like this. All I eat is pizza, na, na, na. All I eat is pizza, na, na, na. And I've got cheese on my fingers. And I've got cheese on my fingers all the time.
Great song. Thank you for sharing. Let's see who else would like to share. Who is this friend? Michael.
My favorite food is pizza
Why?
because cheese and pepperoni.
You like cheese and pepperoni. Thank you for sharing. Elliot.
My favorite thing, I like both.
Okay, well, which one would you rather eat?
I'd rather eat pizza
Why?
because I like the pepperonis.
You like pepperonis. Thank you for sharing. Steven.
I would rather eat pizza because already good.
Okay, nice complete sentence. Katerine.
I like meat.
I'm sorry. Did you say pizza or tacos?
Tacos.
Tacos. Thank you. We have our first vote for tacos. Okay. I didn't call on Lena. Lena, what would you rather eat?
Pizza.
Pizza. Why?
Because it's fun to make.
Oh, it is fun to make. That's a good idea. Okay, and then there's one more friend, but I don't know who it is. Their video is off. It says Galaxy J7 Star. Would you like to share what your favorite food is? Who is this? Okay, since I can't see who it is. Oh, who is that? Paola, that's you. You already shared. Okay, so everyone has shared. I didn't share, so I'm gonna share. I think right now, if I had to choose between pizza or tacos, I think I would choose tacos because you can get so many different toppings and kinds of tacos. You can get chicken or you can get shrimp tacos. You can put onion on top or salsa or cheese or lettuce or tomatoes or avocados. So I think I would choose tacos. So now that we've collected our data or our information, let's take a look at our chart and think about what you notice. So who would like to share? What do you notice when you look at our chart? Eileen.
I noticed that pizza has a lot of sticks, and tacos has only 2.
And tacos has only 2. How many people like pizza, Eileen?
9.
9. Nice job. We can see that when we look at our picture or our tallies, we can see that there's 5 on the top and 4 on the bottom. So we know 5 and 4 makes 9, and we only see 2 votes on tacos. Anybody else want to share? Hugh?
I'm not sure about something about the tacos.
Okay.
I'm sure that cheese tacos are called quesadillas.
Ah, that is something I guess you could call a cheese taco a quesadilla. A quesadilla is
I like quesadillas.
you what?
I like quesadillas.
I actually had quesadillas for lunch last night. So quesadillas are where you take a tortilla and you can put different things inside the tortilla, usually with a lot of cheese to keep the tortillas together. Okay, does anybody else want to share anything else about the information we collected today? Elliot?
I know 9 plus 2 is 11, so 11 people that are at 2.
Ah, you answered my question before I even got to ask it. Thank you, Elliot. Elliot noticed something. He noticed that with 9 people voted for pizza and 2 people voted for tacos, he knows that that means 11 people voted altogether because 9 plus 2 equals 11. So we have 11 people at morning meeting, including me. So we have 10 kids and 1 teacher. Thank you for noticing that, Elliot. Now we are done with our share for today. So we are going to move on. 1, 2, 3, check. And now it is time for us to move on to our activity. Today's activity is to watch another Brain Pop video, but today's Brain Pop video is going to be very short. We're not going to watch the whole video. We're just going to watch the video where it teaches us about telling time to the half hour. Yesterday in your math video and today, you should have seen some videos teaching you about how to use the clock to tell the half hour. So we talk about hours like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, but we also talked about that there can be a half hour. So let me show you my clock really quickly. When the minute hand, so the long hand, is on the 6, that means that there's 30 minutes that have gone by. It means that half of the hour is done. So we call this the half hour. So right now my clock is in between 12 and 1. So it's not 12 o'clock, it's not 1 o'clock, it's half past 12. The clock is, or the minute hand has gone halfway around the clock. So we can say half past 12, or this is 30 minutes instead of 60 minutes. So 30 minutes have passed, we can say it's 12:30. So we're gonna watch a video that's going to teach us a little bit more about telling time to the half hour, and then you're also going to practice this again in your math video today. So when we're done with learning about time, you'll know how to tell time to the hour and to the half hour. But as you get older and in 2nd grade, you're gonna learn about telling time in other ways, like by the minutes and seconds. So let's take a look at our video for today. I'm going to stop it after a couple of minutes just so that we don't watch too much of the things that we're not learning about yet. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here we go.
Cool. It's field day. How can you tell time to the half hour? There's a lot of fun stuff planned today. What time is it, Moby? When you split something in half, you divide it into 2 equal parts. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Since half of 60 is 30, there are 30 minutes in a half hour. So when the minute hand is on the 6, it's 30 minutes past the hour. Let's see. What time is it now?
Oops,
First,
hold on 1
look at
second.
the hour hand, which is halfway between the 8 and 9. That means it's halfway between 8 and 9 o'clock. Then look at the minute hand, which is pointing to the 6. So it's 30 minutes past 8, or 8:30. You can write the time using numbers and a colon. What time is the 3-legged race? The hour hand is between the 9 and 10, so it's halfway between 9 and 10 o'clock. The minute hand is pointing to the 6, so it's 30 minutes past the hour. The race is at 9:30. What time is lunch? 12:30. You can also say 12:30 because it's a half hour past 12 o'clock. I can't wait for the sack race. That's at 10:15.
Okay, so I know that was a short video today because we are just learning about telling time to the half hour. You'll learn about telling time to the quarter hour in 2nd grade. Before we move on, I want to stop sharing my screen with you for 1 second, and I want to show you the clock again. This clock shows the time 10:30. When we were at school, we used to go to specials every day at 10:30. So I would always look at the clock to see when the minute hand was pointing to the 6 and when the hour hand was between 10 and 11. It can be kind of hard because it's in between two numbers, so it's good to hook back to look at the number that's the smaller number. That's going to tell you what time it is with the half hour. So you'll learn more about this when you're watching our math videos on the website. Make sure you're watching them because it's a good way for you to learn how to tell time. Now, we are going to go back and we are going to say we are done with our activity. 1, 2, 3, check. And now it is time for us to do our message. So read the message with me. Ready? Here we go. May 2020. Good morning, friends. Today is Thursday. Today we are learning at home. Let's learn about equal parts. Love, Miss Harrington. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Oops, I didn't click and change the yellow. I'm sorry. So in math, you guys looked at shapes and we talked about breaking our shapes up into equal parts. So we looked at shapes like circles, and you can draw a line to break up a circle into 2 equal parts. We also talked about what you can do to break things up into fourths. When something is equal, it's the same, right? When something is not equal, it means that the parts are not the same size. So let's take a look at some pictures today. These are pictures of real things like paintings or games. And I want you to look at the pictures and think if the picture is showing you things that are equal parts, so the same size, or things that are different sizes. So let's take a look. This is a game of checkers. You may have played checkers before. Checkers are played on a checkerboard, and hold on 1 second. And the little checkers are circles. So take a look. Is this game showing you equal parts or unequal parts? Let's see if there's a friend who can share. What do you think? Is this showing equal parts or unequal parts? Elliot.
Equal parts.
Equal parts. What are the equal parts you see?
I see the circle thing right there.
The circle thing. Okay. And what else do you see? Any other things?
I see the you can make a line in the middle,
Uh-huh.
and then you can see equal parts.
Yeah. So let's take a look. There's a couple different equal parts that we can see on a checkerboard. Just like Elliot said, we can see the circles. All of those circle pieces are equal. They're the same. The tan ones are the same size as the black pieces. You can also look at the checkerboard and see all of those little squares. All those little squares are the same size. So those are all equal parts. So when you look at a checkerboard, you can see many things that are the same or equal parts. Let's look at another picture. This is a famous painting, and I want you to think about the shapes you see in this painting. Do you see things that are equal parts or unequal parts? Sage, thank you for participating.
Unequal parts.
Yeah, these are unequal parts. When you look at the painting, the shapes that we can see in the painting are all rectangles or squares, but they're not equal because they're not the same size. So they can be the same shape, but to be equal, they have to be exactly the same size. When you look, we see a red square, a red or a blue square, and a yellow rectangle, and we see a bunch of other rectangle shapes. Even though they're all rectangles, they're not equal. They're not the same size. So these are unequal parts. Thank you for participating, Sage. Let's look at another picture. What do you notice in this picture? Is this picture showing you equal or unequal parts? Equal or unequal parts? Reagan, I see your hand, but I can't hear you. Can you turn your audio on so we can hear you? Reagan, try to get your computer so that we can hear you, okay? Is there anybody else who can share for this picture, and then I'll come back to Reagan? I've already heard from Elliot. I want to hear from other friends at morning meeting. What do you think? Is this equal or unequal parts? Hyundai. Hold on, Hyundai, you're not unmuted yet. Go ahead, Hyundai.
Unequal.
Unequal. How do you know these are unequal parts?
Those shapes exactly do not look the same.
You're right. The
And
shape,
the color.
that's true. But when we're looking at equal or unequal, remember the color and the name of the shape doesn't matter. It's the size we really need to look at. So in this picture, I see a bunch of different shapes. I see two triangles. They're the same shape, but they're not the same size. So to be equal, they have to be the exact same size. There's some other shapes in this painting too. Here's an outline of 3 shapes, and you can see that they're not the same shape, they're not the same size, they're not the same color, but because they're not the same size, they're not equal. So to be equal, they have to be the same. Like if you and your brother or you and your sister are having a snack and one person gets 2 cookies and the other person gets 1 cookie, they're not the same size. 2 and 1 aren't the same, so they're not equal. If you both have 2 cookies and they're the same size cookie, that's an equal snack. Let's look at one more picture. This is a game called Chutes and Ladders. Sometimes it's called Snakes and Ladders. To play this game, you go from the bottom where it says number 1 all the way up to the top where it says 100, and you can climb up the ladders or you have to slide down the red chutes or slides. But I want you to look at the game board and I want you to think, does this picture show equal or unequal parts? Reagan.
How do you do it anyway?
How do you play the game?
No, because I can't find it.
Can you see the screen, Reagan?
Yes.
Okay, so look at the picture of the game. I want you to think, does that picture show equal parts or unequal parts?
All right. Well, the short one is not long.
Don't look at the ladders and the slides. Let's look at the squares behind those. Are those squares equal parts or unequal parts? Here, Reagan, I'm going to click again. What do you notice about those black squares? Are those equal or unequal?
Well, those are little.
Let's see if there's a friend who can add on. You're right, they're little, but we want to think if they're equal or unequal. Are they the same or are they not the same? I see a lot of the same hands raised. Let's hear from somebody else. Are they equal or unequal? Lena, what do you think?
I don't know.
Do it, Lena. Look at those black squares. Are those black squares the same size or are they different sizes?
Same.
The same. So are they equal or unequal?
Equal.
Yeah, excellent. So when we look at things like pictures or when we look at a clock and we break it into parts, when the things that the parts we see are the same size, it's equal. So this game is showing you equal parts. It's important when we think about equal parts because it helps us understand how a clock works. When you see a clock and it's broken in half with the arrows, then you can see that it's half past the hour. Now that we're done with our message, we can say 1, 2, 3, check. And now it's time for our calendar. So yesterday we added the number, we added the number 20 to the calendar with a silent hand. What number will we add to the calendar today? What's going to be after the number 20? I'm looking for silent hands. Sage.
21.
Excellent job, Sage. Today is the 21st day of May, and let's read our date together. Ready? Today is Thursday. Today is Thursday, May 22nd, 2020. Okay, let's look at our days in school. Yesterday, we made a brand new bundle, and instead of having ones, we had 6 groups of 10 or 6 bundles. And we said we had been in school for 160 days. If we add 1 straw for today, how many days have we been in school? What's going to come after 160? Katerine?
161.
Excellent, 161. So let's add a straw. And you can see we've been in school for 161 days. And let's go over to our wall, just like we have in school, and count by tens. Ready? Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 161 days of first grade. That is many days of school. Can you believe at the very beginning, all of these 10 frames were empty? We only have a few more days of school left. So now we're done with our days in school. Let's say 1, 2, 3, check. And now it is time to take a look at what we're going to be learning on the website today. So let me show you the videos you have to watch. Today you get to read a funny book just for fun called Zombies Don't Eat Veggies. It's a fun book that you can enjoy. In math, you're going to take a look at many different types of clocks. You're going to see analog clocks, which are clocks like this that have the number on the edge. Some of them might be in the shape of a circle or the shape of a square. You might also see some digital clocks, and you're going to practice reading the clocks to tell the time. So you're going to have a couple different practices to do this, and then you'll be able to do it in your workbook by yourself. And in Cooking Words with Miss G, you're going to continue to practice words with a long vowel silent E, and you're going to practice writing sounds, writing trick words, tapping out words, and writing sentences using all of those trick words you've learned. So make sure you are watching your video, Cooking Words with Miss G. The math video and the Cooking Words with Miss G video are teaching you important things for next year. Now, tomorrow is Friday, and tomorrow we're going to do something fun. So tomorrow we're going to call Mix It Up Day. So you can come to morning meeting if you want, wearing silly things that don't match. Sometimes people call it wacky day. You can wear a silly hat, or you can wear your clothes in silly ways. You can wear socks that don't match. You can do whatever you want to have a silly morning meeting Mix It Up Day. And during our share, we'll share what we are doing to have a Mix It Up Day. So sometimes you might wear your shirt on inside out, or you might wear it backwards, or you might wear clothes that don't match. It's up to you to make it mixed up and funny and wacky. And if you don't want to participate, like always, you don't have to, okay? Okay, hold on one second. I see a lot of hands. Hugh, did you have a question?
You came back on.
Was I gone?
I was gone.
Oh.
I couldn't see you.
Oh, do you have a question for me?
No.
Okay. Lena, do you have a question?
Yeah.
What's up?
I don't know what to do tomorrow.
You can be creative. You can do whatever you want for fun, okay?
But I don't know, because I only have match clothes and I don't know what to do with them.
Well, maybe you can find a shirt and find a pair of pants and think of ones that don't match and wear that. Katarine?
I have a book that's the name are that big in this book. He has a Wacky Wednesday.
He has Wacky Wednesday. Oh, that's awesome. So you get to have a Wacky Friday. Thank you for sharing. I saw one other hand up, I think. Did anybody else have a question? No? Okay. So I will see you tomorrow in your mixed up wacky clothes if you want. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye, bye,
Have a
bye,
good
bye,
day.
bye. Bye, bye, bye.